And we are live. I feel like it's mandatory. It's become the culture for me to add on a really cool filter. Dumelang bagaetsho, dumelang everybody. Today's live is going to take on a very different form. You know, normally I come into my platform, it's super conversational, and above and beyond everything, I don't normally have a very specific geared conversation and a topic. But listen, 2020, absolutely anything goes. To everyone that's joining in the comment section, dumelang. Hope you guys are coming in with really awesome. Oh, Kimaswabi. Howly high in demand, but what go phone at random times. But yeah, I'm just gonna add in the comment section exactly what today's agenda is, which I hope many of you will be very excited about. I personally am. I'm even out here wearing my head wrap, which is geared towards today's topic. And like I said, let me add that to Joey Jules, to Itu, to Alra, to Refile, to everyone joining. Thank you so very much. So today's conversation is rooted in hack your culture. Hashtag hack your culture. I'm going to put that in the comments. And then filter yabiatlo. Haman. Hack your culture. Hashtag hack your culture. I have some really amazing people joining me in this conversation, so I hope you guys are going to be sitting pretty, getting ready for the super chat that we're going to be having. Again, to every single one of you that are here in the comments, thank you so very much. I'm going to get right into it. So I won't explain too much about what hack your culture is about, because I feel like the person that is going to be joining me has a lot to say, and we are in much anticipation. I think now more than ever, there's a very beautiful, humbling, and a celebrated spotlight that is on Africa. Africa has always been the place to be. Africa has always, as a continent, not as a country, because I know some people tend to say, oh yes, I must pin the comment. Oh my gosh, thank you so very much. I know, there we are. Pin comment. There we go. There we are. Thank you so very much for alerting me for that. But yes, I think there's been this very huge misconception that Africa is now, that Africa is current, that Africa is valid simply because Western society and Eurocentric worlds have placed that stamp of validation and approval. But with platforms like Hack Your Culture, with movements like Hack Your Culture, we get to truly celebrate the magic that we are. Not just wearing our attire because it's Heritage Day, not just saying I love being African because it's a movement, but simply because we celebrate the uniqueness and just the one-of-a-kind identity that we find ourselves within. So I'm going to have Letabo join me on from Credible. I love Credible so very much. And I truly hope that many people get in touch with the awesomeness that Credible is. But once I add, I believe he... Ooh, Dinja, yeah, Rasa. They also want to feature on the live. Egypt, Rasa. So I'm going to jump right in. I think I might have seen here. Just add. Credible, right at the top. So we're going to have Letabo answer a couple of questions, because I know a lot of you are just like, hashtag hack your culture. What does that even mean? Hi there.
Hey, how you doing, Candice? How you doing?
I'm amazing. I'm sweet. Let me add the volume there because I can't hear you super clearly. I'm awesome. How are you?
I'm good. I think the last time I saw you was at Dreamers Wanted. How was that?
What a phenomenal event of
Yeah,
just a collaborative, creative, dynamic energy of
yeah,
storytellers. Many more people
100%.
need platforms and opportunities like that.
Thank you very
So
much. Thank you
thank you.
very much. And I think that's what you're trying to achieve with Dreamers Wanted is just bring together that collaborative energy, that collaborative, creative, and digital energy. And let's just like do the most. Let's create vibes. Let's get people to get to know each other. So yeah, thank you very much.
Without a shadow of a doubt. So I'm going to jump right
Yeah.
into it, right? We
Yeah,
hear the term hack, right? And oftentimes
yeah,
hack is associated with, oh my gosh, get your passwords checked. And uh, even with the term hackathon, when I first heard the word hackathon, I was
uh-huh.
very concerned that my privacy would be compromised. What is
Mhm.
a hackathon? What is that, first of all?
Yeah, so thank you. So a hackathon is a hack marathon. And what it is, it's a creative problem-solving event where people come together, form teams, they come up with innovative solutions to a predetermined set of problems. And in essence, what
Okay.
happens at the end of the hackathon, the winning team, that happens over a specific period of time, and the winning team, in essence, gets prizes, and it's really just a creative problem-solving innovation tool. That's what a hackathon
So
is.
it's so this is just problem solving made cool,
Yeah,
basically.
creative problem solving made cool. Yeah.
Yes. And I think, and it's a conversation that I've had with many people, especially when it comes to social development and skills development in our country, is that we haven't really created a culture of collaboration. In
Hmm.
primary school, you get your marks on your own. In high school, you get your marks on your own. In tertiary, you have your own student number. So we've kind of grown up in a system that idolizes individuality. But here you are creating a platform and a space where creatives can come together and just be innovative as a collective.
Yep.
Yeah, that's basically what it
Yep. It's
is.
really, yeah, it's open canvas for creativity, however you've ever wanted to explore your creative and digital superpowers. We're calling them superpowers, but it's your skills. That's yours, you've crafted it, you've owned it.
Yeah.
And I think through Hack Your Culture, we're saying come and open creativity, come and
Mm.
explore. This is the platform where if you have like a crazy idea, bring it to the table. Let's go crazy. Let's see what you can come up with over the 3 week period.
Okay. So now my next question would be this. Obviously, your involvement in the entire process. I see Jeff Nyoka's also joined. He's going to be in the conversation shortly.
Mhm.
So talk to me about the involvement of Credible in hashtag hack your culture. How is Credible involved? And then after that, I really want the people watching this to find out gahle gahle, what does it entail?
So in essence, we as Credible, we do a lot of work as an organization. We're a platform that connects clients to trusted creative and digital professionals. And I think how that ties into our involvement with Credible is our work as a business and an organization is focused on being the digital interface that can facilitate these relationships between clients and professionals that maybe don't have access to the social capital or the networks that makes it easier for them to be able to navigate their career journey. So what we've done is, we've built a network of trust. And when clients come and engage with us as Credible and with our Credible professionals, they're engaging with a trusted network because we've got the shared value in the trust. And I think over and above that, how that ties into Hack Your Culture is part of the work we do is also focused on creating learning and development opportunities that we, bring our Credible community in and that we can sort of introduce, to the broader audience to say, look, guys, this is an opportunity where you can come and upskill yourself, participate in a high credibility collaboration, low barriers to entry, really come and express yourself. And by participating in these kinds of projects, you get to create really awesome, like innovative outputs or projects that can feed into your portfolio. And that portfolio is what we use when we facilitating and connecting you to clients.
That's awesome because I think um, it's an opportunity worth taking, especially if you're not necessarily well versed in certain skills, that it's a
Mm-hmm.
great opportunity to collaborate and share space with people where it's a trade and an exchange of skill sets, an exchange
Yeah.
of thinking and approaches to problems, which is something
Mm-hmm.
that we definitely don't get to do enough of in the creative realm. I know I'm going left with the questions that I initially wanted to ask, but let's just say I'm watching this live right now, and I'm still somewhat not sure what a hackathon and hack your culture entails. What does a day look like? What does a hackathon day look like? If I'm signing up and I'm getting involved, and Candice is putting her name or signing some form, what can one anticipate?
So I think the answer to that question is twofold. So in essence, a hackathon would normally happen over a 24, 72 hour period where
Yeah.
the hackathon team together, be in a space, and basically hack at a solution for that 24, 72-hour period. What makes Hack Your Culture different is that, in light of the COVID-19 pandemic, which, has had a lot of its effect on all of us, what we've done is to create this virtual platform. So our hackathon is going to be taking place virtually, where we can bring everybody together online through this experience. We've got a platform that we're going to be using for the hackathon called Discord, where people will be able to engage, collaborate, share skills, work together in their teams. And it's really just like you said, a day in Hack Your Culture will be through the 3-week period, working with your teammates to manage your time so that you can meet your weekly check-ins, working together with the teammates to make sure that over the 3-week period, you've managed to deliver at least an output that you can submit for assessment and judging, because, we've got some really cool prizes as well on the way. But it's also really like a really awesome opportunity for people to sort of get to mix up and engage with other people. Just to touch on what you were saying earlier as well is, this is not just happening in South Africa, it's happening across sub-Saharan Africa. So even from a skills exchange point of view, from a networking point of view, you're getting to work with people that are creating.
That was actually about to be.
You could find yourself working with some of the most innovative, like, virtual reality experience creators in Kenya. And if you've got an idea around like how you can take your craft and put that in, for example, because it is happening across.
So my question would then be this: if this is happening across sub-Saharan Africa, who can actually participate? Because
I imagine that last part. Sorry, there was a bit of a break.
No worries.
You were saying?
My question
Sorry?
is, can you hear me? Can you see me? Is it your network? Can everybody see me? Letabo. Can you see me? Can you hear me? I don't think you can.
A little bit. It's breaking in and out. Yeah. There we go. I think we're back. There it is. I think you were saying, yeah, if this is happening across sub-Saharan Africa.
Yes. So this is obviously happening across sub-Saharan Africa. I myself am African. I am an artist. I'm a creative. I am a storyteller. What do I need to be able to participate? Who can be part of this really awesome hackathon?
So anyone, it's really open to anyone and everybody across the creative, cultural, and digital industries. So if you're a media maker, if you're a storyteller, if you are a graphic designer, if you make music, across the creative and cultural industries, we're opening this hackathon to all of you. And what we're saying is that come through to apply. All you need to do is check out our Credible socials at Credible, it's spelled CREDIPPLE, on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and all the application information is there. I will say that for the hackathon participants who want to participate, the closing date for applications is on the 10th of September, which is this coming Thursday. So
Thursday, yes.
Yes. And literally you sign up, you fill out a form. It's a basic form that you fill out, basically let people know what's your skill set, your creative and digital superpower. And once you filled out the form, after the 10th of, you know what I'm saying? After the 10th of September, yes, we will then, go through an assessment of all the hackathon applicants who have applied, and then we'll let everybody know who's made it into the hackathon and who hasn't, just based on our ability to only accommodate, we can only accommodate between 150 and 170 participants for this one. But should we do it again, we'll also be exploring a lot of additional options to make it more inclusive and spread it out a bit more. So, I mean, it's really open to everyone. You can jump in, apply, join the Hack Your Culture. Let's get our cultural heritage information online. And I also, yeah. So, yeah.
I was saying, even just the beauty of being able to archive the richness and the wealth of who we are as Africans. I mean, and having a conversation with Kayla, we just had a brief chat about how we have, like, your Black is King, your Lion King, and a lot of these stories that are rooted in what is endemically and innately African. But because a lot of Africa hasn't been well documented on global platforms, they can reimagine an Africa for us, when in actual fact we need to be the people that create the voice for ourselves. So I'm really grateful that you guys are providing this platform. I hope that even, or yes, Wacheng saying, yeah, yes, archiving is so key. Documenting our stories, documenting our identity. You know, there's so many riches that we have, but certainly not enough. And I hope that this is a problem that we'll be able to find solutions through this hackathon. I'm very excited. I'm gonna have to cut this short because I know that yes, go right ahead, go right ahead.
Thing, yes, like, well, last two things. For those of you also who are trying to figure out what Hack Your Culture is as well, it's a virtual platform that brings together GLAM institutions, that's galleries, libraries, archives, and museums, together
Yes,
with,
that's what I was asked. I'm so sorry. That was definitely an
yes,
important question. What is
yes,
GLAM? What is GLAM Institutes? What is that?
yeah, so GLAM institutions are our galleries, our libraries, our archives, and museums. And who they are is they are the custodians of our cultural heritage information. And what they've been tasked to do, you know, in their nature of work is to preserve, enrich, and do the research with regards to our work. But again, in line with what you were saying just now, the real challenge is that, you know, a lot of people are having a say about how our narrative is spoken about and told. And you know, we're bringing together these GLAM institutions, and they're opening up their data to the young, innovative, creative minds across South Africa, across Sub-Saharan Africa, to say, guys, let's figure out what a digital future of our cultural heritage information looks like. Let's work together to come up with these innovative solutions and actually have our say. Let's be the ones that actually tell our story, and that becomes the story that people reference online when they want to find out about our African cultural heritage. So yeah, I think in a
Dope. To
that's what
create
it's
the hub
about.
of excellence and the hub of storytelling. Yep. So
And
dope. I love that acronym, GLAM. You said
yeah,
galleries, libraries, archives, and museums.
yeah.
Amazing, amazing. Any
Right.
last bit that you'd like to add before we part ways? Then I have to get on. I'm not sure who's going to join me first between Jeff and Jonas, but I'm assuming Jonas is coming on from the Goethe Institute.
Yeah.
But yes, any parting words?
So my parting words are: if you don't get to apply before the 24th, before the 10th of September, you know, and
Yes.
just as y'all know, we've got a fully paid trip to Germany for the best overall winning team. We've got some
Oh, you
really,
better stop! I'm gonna need you to
we've
say
got,
that again in case my
we've
people
got
missed
a
it, in
fully
case
paid
anybody
trip
here.
to Germany for the best overall project team. And you guys get to go and participate in a cultural heritage hackathon called Coding Da Vinci in Germany. We've got some really amazing dope cash prizes also lined up, as well as a lot of other additional incentives, including the fact that all the winning projects are going to be featured at the Fagogesi African Heritage and Technology Festival, which is also going to be a virtual exhibition. And
Yes.
last but not least, you know, between the 10th and the 24th of September, we're calling upon all of you as South Africans to help us build what we're calling the African Heritage Highway. So that is our virtual interface platform where all of us are going to be able to enrich, engage, and learn about each other's cultures. And what we're asking you to do is submit your cultural heritage content, whether it's clothing, food, songs, or stories that your grandparents used to tell you. Come and submit that, and let that be the data set that our hackathon participants will use to be able to create this African Heritage Highway for all of us to be able to access and learn about each other. And the last thing is the kickoff day for the launch event for Hack Your Culture is on the 24th of September. So
With
over and above that,
heritage day, of
you so
course.
me on your show. It is absolutely on your live, sorry, but it's a show. And it was absolutely a
For sure.
pleasure engaging with you, as always, Candice.
Indeed, it has been. There's so many things to take away from this. Again, there's a lot of incentive that you can get out of this, and it's a really beautiful exchange. The fact
Mm.
that we're learning, uh, like for example, the Glam Institute for me, to embody uh, a lot of what we've done wrong, and to
Mhm.
find the house of that and the hub of that in the form of the Glam Institute, I think is absolutely awesome. But the mere fact that you get to collaborate with other artists, that the cash, not cash, right, that the trip, the prizes
Yeah,
are incentive enough. But I think the opportunity in and of itself is so rich, and one that I hope none of you take for granted. So if you are an artist, please just follow Credible, and all the information will be right there. I think we've also lost Lita, but a very fitting time while I get Jeff on. I would say while I get Jeff on the line. Oh, the radio lady in me is loud.
Yes.
And for some reason,
Very much for having me. I really
yes.
appreciate you having.
Thank you so
Remember to
very
sign up for
much.
Hack Your Culture.
Sign up to
See you
Hack Your
soon.
Culture. Thank you so very
Hack Your
much.
Culture. Thank you very much. Peace. Y'all have a good night.
Blessings to you, my brother, and all the best.
You, my sister. We see you with your crown, man.
You know what time it is. Okay, man.
You know,
I need to get Jeff on here. Okay. That was a very brief conversation with Letabo from Credible. Really incredible. Oh, wow. How corny of me to say that, but very, very fitting. For those that have just joined in on the conversation, the hashtag there is hashtag Hack Your Culture, all about embracing and embodying the amazingness and the magic that is embedded in us being African. I think far too often who we are is told from a very different lens, from a European, Eurocentric, Western lens. And we really want to take the opportunity to embrace who we are from home, from our mouths, from our eyes, from our stories, from the origin, from the home, and from the truth and the authenticity of what Africa looks like. Not that it's a one-size-fits-all approach. This is who Africa is. I mean, shout out to Beyonce and Black is King. Shout out to the various individuals that have created an ode to our home. But I think now more than ever, we need to start owning our narrative, because we certainly have earned it. So I'm going to see if Jeff can join. I'm going to need Jeff. Jeff, if you are in the chat, please, if you could request. Oh, there we go. There we are. Jeff, I'm going to get Jeff. And then please, if I could have Jonas on standby. Jeff is from, there we are, Jeff Nyoka, who is from the city of Joburg. Libraries and information services declined. Okay, we are struggling. Will it change what kids are taught as well? If I'm understanding your question, would it change how children approach what their thoughts of Africa are? I think. Oh, there we are. Good institute. I'm going to try and get Jeff back. I'm struggling to actually connect to him. If you could, Jeff, just either send a message and then I can send you a request, because I am struggling to receive yours. For the time being, I would like to introduce Jonas, who's from the Goethe Institute, really is at the helm of aiding and amplifying our voices, have played such a beautiful and vital role in the storytelling process. And I was first introduced to the Goethe Institute when I was involved in the dance umbrella. And this was all of what could have been 10 years ago. I was in varsity, what feels like a very long time ago. And the role that they've played in really supporting and backing our stories has been absolutely formidable. So I'm gonna get, for some reason Jeff, we can't get Jeff here. So I'm gonna go right in and I'm going to request to go live with the Goethe Institute. Again, there's everything to do. Oh, there we are. We meet again.
How are you?
I'm lovely. How are you?
I'm happy. I'm happy to see you again. I was wondering if you remember the last time we had an interview situation between the two of us.
I certainly do, and it was such an absolute pleasure. Arguably one of my favorite interviews to date, and very, very honest, very authentic. I can only hope that I'm going to do you justice by interviewing you.
Sure.
All right, Jonas. So you've been very involved in the process and in supporting and amplifying the voices of African stories and really just global narratives that inform who we are as people. And
Sure.
you've done exactly that with this platform that is
Hmm.
the Hack Your Culture movement. So
Hmm.
why did you decide? Why did the institute decide and believe in this particular initiative?
So maybe if I can take one step back, just for some people that don't know who we are, I mean, probably from
Yes,
my
please. Oh
accent,
my
people
goodness,
can hear
absolutely. Here I am,
that I'm
sounding
German.
privileged.
So yeah, just to take one step back, who's the Goethe Institute? What is the Goethe Institute? Thank you for praising us already. I mean, that means we are doing something right, and I'm very happy to hear that. The Goethe Institute is the official cultural institute of Germany. We are active worldwide, so I think we are located in almost 100 countries, from South Africa to Northern Europe, from Brazil to Indonesia. And we basically have three goals. The first two are probably a bit boring to you now, but the last one definitely will explain why are we involved in Hack Your Culture. But
Yes.
nevertheless, even if it's boring, let me explain it to you just for the sake of clarity. So we want to promote the study of the German language. So what you can do is you can come visit us if it's not Corona. You can come visit our institute in Parkwood. You can take German lessons there. You can write exams. A lot of people decide to study in Germany because it's for free. So you would get an exam to actually get your study visa. The second reason we exist is that we want to promote a realistic image of Germany. I mean, there are stereotypes about us, but we are not all beer drinkers that drive fast cars and love soccer. Although I do probably, but I'm not
Though you
the
are
one.
stereotypically in line with that, but
I am. But nevertheless, we want to show like a very realistic image of Germany. We want to show the people. We want to show the music, the culture. So what we do have at our institutes, if it was open, is a very cool space called the Library Gamebox Hub. So you can come as in a normal library, rent out books, movies, music, but we also have a very cool little box there with the PlayStation and VR equipment. So if you're very much into gaming, you want to try out new things, you can do that as well. And then the last part, the hub, is basically a mentorship program for entrepreneurs. So if you are Candace 10 years ago and you're thinking about how can I put all my talents into a career, then probably the hub mentorship program would be for you. So these are two of the main goals we have, but the last one is the one that you've already mentioned, what we do. We are very, very interested, and it's at the core of what we do. And it's also something why I like working for the Goethe Institute. It's something I believe in as well, is intercultural exchange. So we believe that getting to know each other, me as a German getting to know you as a South African, or a South African getting to know another person from Brazil or from the rest of Africa, is basically at the root of understanding each other. And it's also, especially in a very complicated world where there is lots of populists and Trumps and I don't know what in this world to try to divide us. We very much believe this intercultural exchange is what can make our world a better place. I'm sounding very corny right now, but I mean
I'm
this is
all
what I
in
believe in.
support. I'm
Okay,
all in
great.
support of it.
So
Yeah.
in that intercultural exchange also has a lot to do with supporting local arts and culture. So as you said, 10 years ago, you were a dance umbrella. We try to, with our network, but also basically also with funding, make sure that there is a space for local arts and culture, and there is a space also for alternative forms of arts and culture. We all love Amapiano, we all love hip hop, but there is also other forms of arts and culture that are out there and that deserve to be seen, right?
You are so
Um,
important. You are so important.
I mean, I can do this, but I also enjoy going to theater. Or I also enjoy reading a book about something
Yes.
that hasn't been written about. And unfortunately, and this is not from a stereotypical idea of Africa, unfortunately, arts and culture isn't really supported, funded, both by private sectors, both by the government sector. I'm not sure, maybe I'm speaking out of line and my director
I'm
will
gonna
slap me
need
on the
you to
wrist.
say that louder. Yes. You are
So
100% correct.
that's why we also come in with funding. I mean, we don't see ourselves as a bank. You wouldn't come to us and say, I have this cool idea, give me money. What we do again is intercultural exchange. We will have a call for application that deals with a certain topic, and then we are calling artists to send us their ideas. Or we have a topic already, like cultural heritage and open data. And then we will go out and look for a very fitting artist or very fitting organization to then realize that idea together. And also important to say, maybe this is not, I mean, there's always going to be power relations, but this is never going to meant to be the Germans are coming into South Africa and we're telling you what to do. This is always meant to be a conversation on eye level. And I think Hack Your Culture works also so well because, I mean, you saw Letabo and you know the Credible team. These guys are, I quote you, incredible. And they really do amazing work. So it just made a lot of sense to come together with someone, an organization like Credible, who is kind of at the forefront of like digital, basically digital projects in all its forms, and that are very well connected to artists and creatives. I mean, we met once, but I'm not sure if I would have been able to pursue you now to get on this live. Credible does, because they have all this amazing network, right? So a very, very, very long explanation to your first opening question. Why are we doing this with Credible?
The great thing is that you've set it up quite beautifully, because we do need to create some form of context for people to better understand what the offering the Goethe Institute has in general, outside of the Hack Your Culture, and why then it makes a world of sense that this collaboration will, without a shadow of a doubt, be a fruitful one.
Yes.
So then my question then to you is, because obviously we know that it's geared towards sub-Saharan Africa, and we are encouraging collaboration with individuals of various backgrounds, various socio-economic backgrounds, various walks of life, obviously, because that's where the wealth of collaboration is.
Yes, yes.
But is there any way that there is going to be regional collaborations? Like how can I ensure that I maximize on this opportunity the best possible way? Because we don't want to then preach to the converted and play around the same circles. The best you can get out of it is, like you said, an intercultural exchange.
Yes. So, I mean, at the Goethe Institute on the African continents, we have 19 institutes, east to west, north to south. So this call for applications is obviously has been multiplied by all of these institutes. So there are people knowing about this opportunity from all over Africa, basically. And we're encouraging people from all over Africa to apply. And I think, obviously, the one part is the data to work with and the exciting idea to find nice problem-solving solutions. But the other one is definitely, and I guess that's why people want to participate as well, that intercultural exchange. So the way it's running now, until Thursday, people can still sign up. I think we have already over 200 participants that have applied. I don't know the exact numbers.
Plenty more.
And after this, obviously, well, there will be plenty more. I don't know the numbers, but I think there is kind of like a 50-50 balance of South Africans and the rest of Africa. So if you really are interested in this intercultural exchange, and also, I mean, that's another very strong topic. I mean, the Pan-African idea, then I guess sign up. You still have 2 more days.
You do. And please, if you are watching this again, do not miss the opportunity to sign up. I'm glad that Zoe asked the question that I was about to ask, and it's how do they sign up? Because obviously the Thabo really gave the context and really what Hack Your Culture is rooted in. But then in that case, how does someone, I know many people here are waiting with bated breath, high anticipation, super excited to hear about what you have to offer.
Yes.
But how do they get their hands not only on the prize, but on the opportunity?
So basically, it's a very simple application form online. You can find, I can spell out the link, but we all know nobody's going to write that down. There is a link in our bio, both at Goethe Joburg. I think you guys can see up there next to Candice's name. We are live with her now. You can also go to the Credible account. So at Goethe Joburg or at Credible, you will find the link in the bio. And yeah, it's very easy. You fill in some basic detail information. And I think ideally you already can tell us, okay, what is your superpower, like we would like to call it? Are you a storyteller? Are you a designer? Are you an artist all around. Or also, obviously, we are looking for people that are very good with tech-related stuff. Do you have experience in kind of coding stuff? Do you have experience in virtual reality? So that's it, straightforward. Check out the link in our bio, check out the link in Credible's bio, and then it will lead you to the application form.
Another quick question that I have then is, because I know a lot of people tend to be quite reluctant when it comes to an opportunity of this magnitude. Like, there's that little fear, like, is there a price? What is the damage? Why does this all sound too good to be true? Is there a sign-up fee, a registration fee that they're expected to sign? I mean, or they're expected to pay?
Yes. One thing, if you see Goethe on it, please do not pay anyone for it. Everything we do, we are a public institution.